Take it easy.
Behold!
Busted. Gotcha. Game's up. Time's over. Let's get it on. Hi.
I guess.
Busted.
Order guide you. Oh, you got it. Miscalculated.
Gotcha. Busted. Take it easy. Here comes the catch. Gotcha. Look alive! You asked for it. Busted. Add Astra. Add Astra. Thank you for Because of your special status, I think it'll bring me a lot of leads that can get me closer to the truth. So, got any news for me today? Take it easy. Take it easy. Quietly now. Let's get it on! Hi!
This is order. Squall and Fury. Know your place.
Gotcha! Take it easy. Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding. Take it easy.
Quake!
We sure didn't run into much trouble on the way here.
Should be. I don't think...
Wow. Paimon didn't expect it to look like this on the inside.
They should all be holed up in here.
Who cares? We'll round up all of them.
Still, we should be careful. Even if they've only got one shot left, it could still take us out.
Yeah, we'll know what they're really capable of once we've landed some hits on them. Deshret's relics may have been a force to be reckoned with before, but their name means nothing now.
Yeah, they don't stay.
Happy to oblige. Things are about to
You
get
are not
spicy.
welcome here.
Quietly now.
I'll take
Born of ice and frost.
Gotcha.
I'll be back.
Let's get it on! Hi! Quietly now. Busted.
That's close enough.
Here comes the catch. Buckle up.
No touching.
You
For Rex Lapis.
the jungle.
Useless. Lots off. I'm getting sick of this game.
This way, follow me. We're almost there.
Wait! They went charging ahead without checking for any traps!
Hey, you guys okay?
It seems like we just got trapped in here.
Watch out, the enemy's coming from ahead.
Well, now that things have come to this,
Don't worry about us. Let's go. We can't let the boss
Let's check if there's another way! The sooner we can make it through to help them, the better!
Let's see. I think I see a way through over there, but it's being blocked by something.
Okay, let's go!
Gotcha. Let's get it on! Boring. Born of ice and frost.
Another mechanism like the one before, but this one's being blocked off in the middle.
We just need to adjust it a little.
Useless. Lament! Worthless. Take it easy.
Access denied. All hail!
They're dead meat! Busted.
I wasn't expecting anyone to make it through from the other side, but as a desert dweller, I suppose we should be used to our folks defying all expectations.
Don't waste your breath. You have nowhere to run.
Run? Had I wanted to run, I would have fled 1,000 times already. I witnessed the golden age of Deshret's relics. Even if I could leave this place behind, all that awaits me now are endless days of humiliation and ruin. Even now, my brothers and I still believe in one thing. The greatest should never live to remember their fall.
So you want to go out in a blaze of glory.
Let us draw our weapons! We will show them the true power King Deshret bestowed upon his followers. They are but two, while we hold within ourselves the entirety of the relic's glory. Wave 1, charge! Eliminate them!
Where do you think you're going?
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
Born of ice and frost. Next up.
I'll be back. Out of the jungle.
Let's get it on!
You don't think that you won. You're just getting started. We'll meet again.
Busted.
King Deshret will not abandon any one of his followers.
Here!
Brothers! This is where we prove our faith.
Do you all just want to die?
None of us plan to leave this place alive!
Where do you think you're going? You asked for it.
The golden slumber.
The commander has finally fallen.
But they're still coming at us! This place is like a gladiator's ring. They just keep coming no matter how many we beat!
Yes! Keep fighting! There's no need to fear, and no need to back down!
When the next wave comes, try to draw away their attacks. I'm going to see if I can take out that high platform.
Get out of my way!
Come and face me, Michel! Ugh, so they've broken through the front as well.
Apologies, Lord Michal. They fight like absolute madmen!
So, it would seem like this is the end.
Time to pay for everything you've done, Michel.
You think I would give you that opportunity? I will be buried in the sand, alongside all the rest of our fading glory.
Hey, wait!
We were too late.
It's over. There's no more need to fight. But if you're still going to cling on to your so-called mercenary's pride...
Hey, dear! I found the mechanism. I'll get you all back up here right away.
Let's go.
Useless.
Access denied.
Useless! Who are you filthy rats? And why are you always pestering us?
You call yourself a member of the infamous Deshret's relics and you still can't even tell who's made it all the way to your headquarters?
Who knows what intent a bunch of... Hey, have you ever heard of a man by the name of Kusela? Why would I know?
This is your last chance to talk.
Hey, I said I don't know anything. If you're here to find someone, why don't you look through the records yourselves?
The irony. His life became a light for so many, yet to others, it wasn't even worth remembering. Where's the records room?
It's right over there. All the files are in there.
I mean the old records room.
The old records room? You mean the one that got burned down? Kusela. Ah, yeah, I remember him now. The guy who could hardly walk. Watch your mouth. That's our boss you're talking about. He was definitely faking it. We all let our guard down as soon as we saw him come hobbling in. But in the short time it supposedly took him to take a dump, he'd already gotten away and started a fire in the records room. He couldn't have possibly outrun us if he wasn't a fraud. And after that, Deshret's relics fell into complete disarray.
Stop wasting our time. Tell me, where is the old records room?
It's just over there. Go see it for yourself if it means that much to you. There's nothing left in there but ash. Bashar, Tikriti, let's go. We'll spare them no...
Take it easy.
So, this was his final destination. How did he do it? Getting past all the guards with a limp and sneaking in here to start a fire? If he was nimble enough to do that, then he must have been able to get out of here after starting the fire, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know it's just wishful thinking.
Is this a cane? It must be the one that Dia's father used.
Kusela.
Thanks for everything, boss.
We're fortunate to somehow find that cane after that fire.
Let's split up and look around some more.
But what else could survive a fire like that?
Huh? Thought so.
Wait! Isn't that the toy sword you played with as a child?
The dragon is no more, for Princess Dia has slain it. Its head now hangs above the city gates. Her bravery has brought eternal peace and prosperity to us all. Dia, come on. This is the most important line.
You can do it.
But Dia, you defeated the dragon. Everyone's waiting for your speech. Still too shy, huh? All right, I'll do it. I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more.
I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more, Dad. What's this?
Don't you remember? You asked Paimon what she would do if she were to wake up tomorrow with loads of money. And Paimon said that she would get boatloads of tasty snacks. You looked super confused at the time, but said it was an adorable thing to say. These opportunities don't come by often. So today, Paimon's gonna treat you to a special crash course on Paimon's life philosophy. Hey, come on! Paimon's not that stingy. Anyway, the point is that you should eat to your heart's content. You'll feel better for sure once you've gotten something in your tummy. Dunyarzad will also be here shortly. She's already heard that we're back.
Aw, thanks, you two. Honestly, this is very unlike me. I just had a lot on my mind on our way back, so I didn't know what to say. My chest was filled with all kinds of intense emotions. They just shook me even more than all the feelings we've shared during our previous adventures. But when everything came to an end, those emotions also vanished without a trace, and I was left feeling more empty than ever before. It was as if I'd lost the thing that was most important to me. Yeah, you're right. To many mercenaries, Mora is the most important thing in the world. But perhaps to Idrisi and the others all used to say that they would quit if there was no Mora to be had. But when it came to avenging my father, there was no Mora to be made anywhere. My reality shattered when I found out that the father who always told me hero stories was in fact a bad guy. But look at me now. Am I any different? Despite all my promises about never forgiving him and never trying to understand him, we're hypocrites. Yeah, you're right. It's just a pity that we often only recognize our true feelings after it's already too late.
You're back! Are all of you all right?
Ah, there she is.
Yeah. Many people from the Corps of 30 came over, and I just wrapped up everything with my dad. Huh? Dia?
Paimon will explain. A lot happened while we were gone.
I'm sorry. I really should have controlled my emotions better.
It's all right, my lady. You were hurt by all of this as well.
Dia, your pain must be even worse.
Hey, don't worry about me. If anything, this whole thing is finally... My father probably thought that people could settle into new lives as long as they moved to a new environment. That thought has even crossed my mind a few times. It's like saying, what's wrong with adapting to a new life? However, there was always something deep within my mind that refused to accept it. This impulse brought me great turmoil, and even made me feel ashamed for turning my back on your father's kindness. But now that I consider it again, it all makes sense.
I understand how you feel.
That doesn't mean I won't be making any changes to my life, though. It's just like Idrisi said. I also want to catch up to my father and become a character in his play. Even if the ending of the story may be childish and ridiculous, it won't really matter.
Isn't that neat, though? Oh, you'll be a whole new kind of mercenary, one that's not out for Mora. Why don't we go for a change of scenery once we finish eating?
Right. You said you wanted to get a rug for your family. I can't thank you enough for taking care of me this entire time.
Take it easy.
Oh, this rug here is quite something. The craftsmanship is exquisite, and the fabric is also of high quality.
Ah, here you are. Finally, I found you.
Hey! Aren't you that mercenary who bit his tongue? Wait, are you here to take revenge on us?
What are you talking about? Do I look like I could take you all in a fight? I just came here to give you something. I'll be on my way to give myself up to the Corps after this. Once I woke up, I hurried to the Khan al-Ahmar's camp, hoping to alert them to your presence. But when I got there, I found no one except the members who were still too injured to move.
Ah, so you probably got there after us.
Yeah, they told me that they had exacted their revenge, and everyone had turned themselves in to the authorities. Even that last camp was not going to last for much longer. I had joined the cause to repay an old favor from Kusela. Now that everyone's already turned themselves in, I might as well do the same. One of the injured members gave this box to me, and told me that it contained some of the old man's last possessions. Everything left in the camp will get confiscated, so I figured I should get this to you before the Corps could get their hands on it.
Thank you.
No worries. We are all just living our own truths. There's no need to comment or judge anyone for it.
So this box...
Well, back in the day, the first thing he did with any more... But let's see what's inside. What's this? It's just a bunch of junk. It kinda stinks.
Perhaps it's just been left unopened for too long.
A handwritten copy of a storybook. The paper... It was against the Academia's rules to possess books for personal use.
That probably means this was
And here are a few bags of children's snacks. The packaging's completely deteriorated.
Did he get those for you?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Even when I was a child, I was never a fan of these kinds of snacks. He'd always say that he got them for me, but in the end, he always ate more than I ever did. Who even leaves snacks in a box like this anyway? Isn't that just common sense? Forget it. Let me see what else is in here. A razor, some buttons, some round iron tiles, a wooden toy puppet, a wool scarf, which from the looks of it probably belonged to a woman, and a hair clip? Why are these things here?
I'm suddenly feeling a little
I'm sorry, my lady. 1, no, 2...
Huh? There's some...
Oh, you're right. All right, I got it out. It seems to be a piece of paper with some writing on it. The bottom part's all damaged from moisture, though. Let's hope the writing didn't smudge. I was suddenly seized with an urge to write a letter after finishing this bottle. To Dia. It's all right. I'll just read it out. If you went to the trouble of writing a letter, there must have...
My condition's becoming worse and worse. Can't even walk without a cane anymore, much less go out and have fun. Guess I don't have many days left. If you're reading this letter, then I suppose I'm already long gone. You were adorable as a baby, but once you grew a bit older, you were no longer nearly as happy or cute. It's probably Idrisi's fault. He was never up to any good.
Can you believe this guy? He can point the finger at himself.
Anyway, back to the point. To summarize, I'm writing this so you would know not to feel sad for me, even if you end up finding out the truth. The reason being that... I was never your father to begin with.
Wait, what?
Surely, he must be joking, right?
I don't know.
I was quite formidable when I was young, and 100 times cooler than some so-called flame main. Really felt like the whole world was under my feet. With just a teeny tiny bit of effort, I felt I could rule over the entire desert. But as fate would have it, I went out into the desert for a drink one day, and discovered a baby in the sands. You were just lying there, small and helpless. You were so tiny that if the wind blew for just a little while longer, you would have been buried forever. But your cries were so loud they made my head hurt.
Sounds like he's serious.
I told Idrisi and the others that I had slipped up with a woman while out and about. None of them even doubted me. I'm sorry that I had to lie to them for so long, but I really had no other choice. I was their most esteemed leader, after all. At this rate, I'll puke up all the liquor I just drank from this bottle. Anyway, Dia, you possess the kind of freedom and kindness that we could only dream of. As far as how you should live your life, that'll be up to you to decide.
That's the end of the letter. In the end, he was still thinking of me as a little child. I suppose, or I would have suffocated under the sand along...
He was a good father to you. The fact that he wasn't a blood relative doesn't change that.
Yeah. It's just a pity that we had to learn the truth of everything like this.
Do you already have some ideas about the decision that he wanted you to make?
I do. If he first found me alone in the sands, then I want to try my hand at finding the person who abandoned me. I just have one wish. To tell them a story. That there once existed a childish and foolish jerk with a heart of gold. And that only under his care was I able to grow and mature into the person I am today.
If you end up finding any leads, can you share them with us? We go on adventures all the time. Maybe we'll be able to find some information for you.
Sure, I appreciate it.
I'll help too.
Thank you. All of you. Thank you so much. My life has certainly had its twists and turns, but I've always considered myself lucky. Because no matter where I've gone, I've always been surrounded by...
Take it easy.
Another meaningless game.
With all my strength! Dance with the wind, that's neat!
Springboard!
Let's get it on!
This dance is for you!
Scatter!
Buckle up! Propagate!
All my strength!
Scatter!
With the wind!
Worthless!
Busted!
Back into it, flash!
Take it easy.
Squall Fury! Behold!
No touching!
Born of ice and frost. No touching. Have you ever kept goldfish as pets? They're very cute. Access denied. If we've got nothing else to do, why don't I tell you a story?
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Time for a light show! Here comes the fireworks!
Busted. Take it easy.
Flower that is not of
Let's get it on! Quietly now. Gotcha.
Born of ice and frost.
Look alive!
Even though most of the Academia's restrictions have significantly relaxed, I need to stay here to keep an eye on the situation.
Does it have to be me?
I'd only assign a job this important.
Oh no, I'm fine. I've completely recovered. It's just that if I'm going to see her, I think I need to mentally prepare myself first. Oh, hey there!
Ah, it's been a while. What a coincidence. Sorry, that's not what I meant. It's just that this matter. Also, you happen to know about this situation? It's complicated, and this isn't the best place to talk about it. You might have heard about her in Sumeru before. Let's just say that a huge part of Kashara she is. But because of that, her current...
I'm getting a headache just thinking about it.
She doesn't have bad intentions, so you don't...
I'll try.
Yes, Kasharawar and Spontamod researchers are off. However, Faruzan isn't influenced by modern thinking. It's already past our arranged meeting I don't think so. Anyway, can you go with Kale to the Academia and...
Thank good.
I'm counting on you two. Our task is important, but after all, if she's distracted by other things...
All right.
Oh, yes. And one... However, if you...
Sorry, what did you say? Oh, could you repeat yourself? As you know, I'm sure, hearing goes with age.
Farzan, I said that you need to give us an answer.
Yes. And did you forget to add madam when you addressed me earlier?
Your hearing is perfectly fine. Madam Farzan, we don't want to make things difficult for you. Isn't this rather problematic as an advisor?
And who, if I may ask, complained? If they have any issue with me, tell them to talk to me themselves rather than waste any of your time. You don't have to tell me anything. I very well know that it's those people from Haravatat. How I wish they'd put their time into doing proper research instead.
But, Madam Farzan, it has been a long while since you last made any practical academic contribution yourself.
Academic contribution cannot simply be divided between the tangible and the intangible. In any case, makes no sense to use a metric like this to evaluate a mentor.
Wait! Madam Farzan, please let me finish.
That's her, all right. But the person with her doesn't look like a Matra. Shh! She hates it when people call her young! Her body apparently stopped aging during the year she was gone. Okay, I think I'm ready for this. Let's go!
Anyway, Akara Crafts and the leader of Kasharawar would like to invite you to collaborate on this project. They're wondering if you'd be interested.
Ah, Kale! Why are you here at the Academia? Are you feeling better now? I'm much better, Madam Farzan. It's all thanks to the Traveler and the Dendro Archon. Have you been sleeping well? You seem to be developing some eye bags. Is that brat Tainari forcing you to stay up late again? No, It's because I'm a slow learner. It's not Master's fault.
It's good to be hardworking, but you need to take care of your health. I'll have to give Tainari a right talking to when I see him.
There's really no need.
Ah, and is the person beside you the legendary traveler? Oh, I've heard much about you before. In fact, I've been meaning to meet you for a while now. It is thanks to you, after all, that the Academia is finally getting back on its feet.
Ahem. Madame Faruzan, I believe we were still discussing the collaboration with Akara Crafts.
I'd wager it's those Ksharawar dunderheads finding excuses so that I'd go to their darshan.
If you're this unwilling to participate in the collaborative project, you can also consider teaching a class. It might be difficult to teach a course with topics that only fall within Haravatat's subjects. You can teach a course or participate in a collaborative project. If you don't do either, it'll be hard for me to persuade the advisors and students who have been complaining.
Could you not give me a few more days to consider? This matter has been delayed for so long already.
That's precisely the issue.
What a waste of free time these folks are. Now you two are here at Tainari's behest, I take it. Of course. I shall need some time to think as well.
What now? She seems so busy. Master said there's no rush. But I know that he's been busy working on something at Pardees DI. I feel for Madame Farazan, but I still want to ask her to come with us. But if I get her in trouble with the Academia, then she won't have the time to help Master. Yeah, that would be the best for them both. But I'm sure he'll say, the best thing you can do now is study hard, so I don't have to give you remedial lessons. Huh? Oh yes! This way she can get her problem sorted out quickly. So if I also stay and help... that still sounds kinda scary. Okay then.
Huh. I have to teach students from Haravatat, or owe Ksharawar a favor.
I think I can sympathize with them.
We're back, Madame Farazan. The Traveler said that he can stay and help you.
Oh, why I couldn't ask for more. In fact, I'm rather curious about the type of person the Traveler is. Is that so? Good. It does so happen that I do have something I need help with. Now, should I apply to teach a course with Haravatat, or join the collaborative project that Ksharawar is proposing? I don't know if Tainari's told you about this before, but while my research involves learning about ruins and the mechanisms within them, I don't belong to Ksharawar, which specializes in researching mechanisms. Nor am I in Spontamod, which specializes in researching energy flow.
She has been invited to Ksharawar multiple times to continue her research.
Just listen to how they introduce themselves. In the future, Ksharawar will be the only Darshan with the ability to research mechanisms. Besides, the current Ksharawar is more concerned about how mechanisms can be used in everyday life, while my research involves textual analysis of ruins. If they're trying to use the collaborative project as an excuse to have me reconsider again...
No, that's not it. The request this time is from Akara Crafts. The representative of Ksharawar recommended you to them, Madame
Respect? Putting aside my ideological differences with Ksharawar...
Yeah, Akara Crafts is a pretty nice shop.
Since both of you feel as such...
In summary, Akara Crafts wants to design a series of early learning toys that will cultivate curiosity and learning in children.
Early learning toys.
The Academia agreed to work with them because they hope that these toys can help children become excellent researchers in the future.
True. The current Academia is in need of some new blood. If the...
Madame Farazan, you still haven't found any students?
Anise, Ksharowar's representative, should be staying in the inn at Port Ormos. If you want more details, you can find her there.
Port Ormos? Now there's a place I haven't been to in a long time.
I probably can't join you since...
No worries. Go do your homework, Kale. Once I'm done with everything here, I'll head over to Pardees DI. Thank you. Why, I'd even call this a rare chance for a curious researcher like myself to observe the legendary traveler up close.
Farazan! Oh, it's really you.
All right, calm down. Let me be clear. After all, you're here as representatives of the academia in this collaboration.
Either way, it's good that you were willing to come. Now, we've given Akara Crafts many ideas over the past couple of days.
That's expected. Students who have never had to deal with budgetary constraints probably don't understand how important—
If you join the Kashara War—
That's enough. I will not repeat myself.
All right. Mamdu, the one I recommended is here.
Oh, so you're, Madame Farazan?
Yes, that's me.
Oh, wonderful. We've made many suggestions, but
these early learning toys are meant to help the academia train future researchers at—
But if they're too complicated—
So the design can't be too complicated, but it can't be too easy to play with either.
I remember that in your notes. Many contraptions have managed to fulfill complex functions despite using simple parts. Maybe we can do something similar with these early learning toys.
The contraptions in my notes? I didn't— But now that you mention it, the ruins did have things like that. Do you have a pen, paper, and scissors? I'll make a paper prototype.
You have an idea already? I suppose I should have expected as much of a respected academia senior. Oh, you're done already?
Let me explain. These 3 thick lines represent 3 poles. These paper strips of varying lengths represent rings of different sizes. They can be slotted onto the poles and stacked up like a tower.
Well, that is easier to make than I expected.
That's very simple as well. You just need to shift the tower from this pole to another pole.
Isn't this a little too simple?
Of course. When moving each ring, the paper strips in this case, you must follow one rule. You can only move one ring at a time, and you can't place a bigger ring on top of a smaller one. It's like building a tower. The rings in the 3 poles must be stacked from big to small.
Pagoda stack.
That sounds way too simple. Even I feel like it's missing something.
Give it a try and you'll find out if it's simple or not.
It's such a simple toy. There's no need—
Mamdu, let's just do as she says.
Okay, then.
And that's how you play this game. You can all give it a try.
You called everyone here for such a simple toy?
It doesn't look like it'll take that many steps.
Come on, we all promised to help Mr. Mamdu test out the new toys. He said he'd give us new genius invocation.
Let's get this over and done with so we can head back and play cards.
Done! It took me 19 steps.
Huh? It took me over...
I only needed 18 steps.
Not bad. Looks like you're all familiar with the rules now. Then let's increase the difficulty. The next tower will be 5 layers tall. Now then, give it a shot.
Wait, there's more?
Well, since we're already here, why don't we just give it a try?
An extra layer shouldn't make it that much harder, right?
What's going on? I've already moved over 30 steps, but I'm still not done yet.
I'm almost done.
Done!
What? How?
This pagoda stack toy is pretty fun to play with.
Good. We'll try it one final time. Mamdu, we've still got quite a few paper strips here.
Do you need that many steps for something this simple?
Madame Farazan.
You were looking at it quite seriously just now.
I think so.
If you want to test out your hypothesis, you'll just have to play and find out.
Got it.
We don't have enough paper strips left for you, Traveler. However, by the looks of things, you seem to have the game figured out. Why don't you guess what the lowest number of steps needed to solve a 7-layer pagoda stack is? Oh, Color me impressed. Let's see how well they do then.
If I move this small ring, then the big one won't be able to go on top of it.
I've lost count of how many steps I've taken.
This got a lot hard.
I solved it. Madame Faruzan, it takes 127 steps in total.
That many?
For every extra layer in the pagoda stack, the move order you need to consider becomes much more complex.
More accurately, it will require double the steps, plus 1 each time. You did well. You didn't underestimate the principles behind it just because it's an early learning toy. The complexity of any given contraption isn't determined by the number of parts it has. The way the parts interact and the rules behind how it operates are important too.
Oh, I see. No wonder you emphasized in your notes that no contraption should ever be underestimated.
I see. So even a simple toy can become complex with the right set of rules.
That's right. The rules used for Pagoda Stack are the simplest kind when it comes to ancient contraption-making tech. I could spend some time picking out all those machines that do something similar and write you a reference book. Once that happens, you can give the volunteers the reference book and paper prototypes.
Do you have any other toys?
Yeah! When can we play with them?
In about 2 days or so, I think.
Of course.
2 days should be enough for us to find more volunteers. You'd be most welcome.
Thank you for coming here with me today. I'll be going then. Say hi to Tainari and Kale for me if you can. Once everything here is settled, I'll make my way over to Pardistii as quickly as I can. A niece. We haven't had much time to get to know each other. She's able to calmly figure out the basic principles behind something without being influenced by others. I'll do my best to teach her over the next few days. Well, her interest lies in the application of mechanisms. I do have some old knowledge to share. My research into mechanisms is, in a sense, a side effect of my research into ancient texts. If she becomes my student to learn how to make modern contraptions, it wouldn't benefit either of us in the long run. However, if she develops an interest in deciphering ancient texts over these next 2 days, if I successfully poach a student, perhaps if this collaborative project goes smoothly, I can even ignore Haravatot and ask for a higher budget directly from the academia. Oh, I could come up with lots of ideas. You're right. If no one understands the reference book, it doesn't matter how detailed it is. It's better to make it simpler and fun so that children will be interested in the subject. Thank you. I'll take your opinion into account.
The sea is calm and the sky is blue.
Take it easy. Oh, you're here.
We've called up everyone we possibly could have.
My masterpiece is going to be exhibited after all. And if we activate this little mechanism, just like that, a Sumeru rose will appear at the top of the cane.
I thought it came out of thin air.
If the mechanism was bigger,
Then you can't use a cane.
you're applying what you learned creatively. Let's look at the next page.
Whoa. You can make a mechanism using just a piece of paper?
These are pretty cool.
I'm not that interested in toys.
Everyone, we have paper prototypes and craft materials that you can use to make your own toys.
This is such a well-prepared event.
But...
It's fine.
Oh, my...
Professor Far's...
Just madam will do. You may wish to pay attention to these few details.
Wow! It really did fly farther!
Madam Farazan? Of course you will. In the future, if you want. You can even become one of my students.
But Mom and Dad said that there are... Which Darshan teach...
Well, in this case...
I know. We need to choose Kasharawar.
Huh?
I want to attend Kasharawar in the future.
I want to make even more awesome mechanisms!
Actually, the other Darshans do have their own specialties, too. How did this happen?
What if we end up in a Darshan we don't like?
No, that won't happen. The only person able to restrict your curiosity as a researcher is you. It's all right. Let me tell you a story about pressure-based mechanisms and elemental monuments.
Delicious food, freshly made and served.
I'll be going then. Say hi to Tainari and Kale for me if you can. You want to ask why I'm unwilling to join them, yes? Putting aside the fact that they're too full of themselves. After all, no matter what corner of the unknown they shed light on. Because I believe wholeheartedly in that principle, even if the others call my research useless. In the end, useful and useless are concepts that shouldn't be used to evaluate knowledge. When I first started deciphering ancient documents, that's why there's no need for me to join them to do useful research. Still, perhaps if this collaborative project goes smoothly, I could come up with lots of ideas. You're right. Explanations are a core part of early developments, too. By using detailed and accurate illustrations, thank you. I'll take your opinion into account.
Oh, you're here.
We've called up everyone we possibly could have.
My masterpiece is going to be exhibited after all. Let's see what the academia shall say about it this time. To sum up, the 24 forms of pressure-based puzzle mechanisms were used in various ruins. All right, let's go to the next page. Now, I'll explain the base layer design of elemental monuments.
Are we done yet? Oh, I'm falling asleep.
I don't understand any of it at all.
Are these really toys?
They sound a bit too dangerous to buy for children.
Oh.
Well, we've prepared paper prototypes for everyone. If you're interested in the mechanisms Madame Farazan's talked about, you're more than welcome to try them out.
Oh, this is no fun. Can I try another toy?
I want to go home and play Genius Invocation TCG.
Forget it. I don't think anyone would be interested.
I should go home and take care of my children.
How did this happen? Forget about getting opinions from others. No one even wanted to stay and try them out.
I'm sorry. I think we miscalculated.
No, you simply gave suggestions. I was the one who decided to follow through. Anise, too, was only following my instructions. I will find a way to make up for this error. Please, give me some time. I'll write another reference book.
Excuse me, but are you the one who wrote this reference book?
Yes. Who are you?
Ah, you're that man Mountain who was in the crowd just now.
Do I stand out that much? Well, I guess I don't look like someone who'd have anything to do with toys. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kamal, the branch master of Sumeru's Adventurers Guild.
What's the branch master doing here? Were you looking for us, or did something happen?
I came to Port Ormos to visit some old friends. On the way over, I saw the booklet you were handing out, so I came to take a look. Can you print a few more copies of this booklet and sell them to the Adventurers Guild? Also, could you make full-fledged models of those paper prototypes and sell them to us as well?
What does the Adventurers Guild want with these toys?
You may see them as toys, but we have many members who can't read, even if the
Well...
It might... If we can...
You really think so?
Making models of contraption?
We'll probably after all. This can...
Then let's cut to the chase.
What now? She seems so busy. Master said there's no rush, but I know that he's been busy working on something at Pardis DI, so he hasn't returned to Gandhar. I feel for Madam, but if I get her in trouble... But if the academia... Do you have some way to invite her over to Pardis DI? Okay, then. I have to teach... Madam Farazan! Well...
Please, Madam Farazan. Huh?
Why, that lad didn't make it very clear in his letter, now did he?
Yeah.
Wait. Also, there isn't much over...
A fully automated irrigation system.
A fully automated irrigation system?
Precisely. I saw a similar mechanism while exploring a ruin in the rainforest. That's why Tainari wanted to collaborate with me.
A mechanism like that exists?
I found it 100 years ago.
But we...
Fret not.
An official proposal. I'll go inform my superior...
Sure. I'll be sure to needle. Phew. I think she bought it, even though this is our first meeting. I must say, we make a good team.
Wow! You made up that excuse on the spot, huh?
Who knows? It's been 100 years, so what...
Huh?
I'll let Tainari worry about whatever documents we might need to send to the academia. If I'm right, the request he has in store for me won't be any simpler than the...
Master, we're back!
You don't have to shout. Well, you got here...
Thanks to the Traveler, I was able...
On to other... That's right.
A monster?
Don't be scared, Kal. It's the final...
You mean Abatui? He must have been a genius to create one of such polish all by himself. It's uncommon that a Spontamod researcher is able to create such an intricate machine. Something seems wrong here.
Is
Carcata?
Carcata has been lying down like this since I've taken a few courses. My knowledge can only prevent.
Not necessarily. There are multiple modules here. Each mechanical life form is very different from the next. Can you all go outside for a minute?
All right. We're counting.
I didn't know
We'll wait here till Faruzan finishes her past. I've told you before that she disappeared. Her exact...
That ruin was crawling with traps and coded inscriptions from wall to wall. I did all I could to decipher the code and deactivate the traps to escape the ruin. I lost track of time, and Then, before I realized it, I ran out of space on the walls and floor. After that, my memory started to become fuzzy.
Found in the outskirts of Sumeru. The Academia speculates that and because of the ruin's special prop, though she had finally broken, in the end, even the Academia... Don't make that face. I'm not telling you. Rather, she sees that period of entrapment as an experiment, even after going through so much. Due to changes over the years and drift, what I want to say is that she has her own deep understanding of...
Master, Madame Farazan's done.
Oh? Let's have...
I never thought that I'd encounter a restitution module if my guess is correct. This mechanic...
It used them for...
I knew it. Abatui's modified this module. The creators of the Ruins mission. The restitution module is the result. It replicates the behavior. For example, once the heart is damaged, even 100 years ago, based on my current research, but like I just said, finding suitable parts would...
I might have an idea.
You mean to say he found a rest... But the desert's huge! According to the Academia's record.
I do know that if...
Should we ask them if they... The chances are slim. But it's at least more effective than running around like headless chickens.
His name is Raid.
Oh, you and Kale should... Besides...
Trouble from the...
What is this?
Halt! Mr. Raid's permission is required to proceed any further. That still won't do.
Damage the site?
He isn't at the campsite now.
What a stubborn guy. You're right. I'm going to give that...
Take it easy.
This area used to... They say that this was done by...
The ruins? Forget excavation.
That machine, the locations...
Well, I found out everything I could. Is there anything that stands out to you? Ruin Wanderer. It's a bit far away.
Huh? What are you guys doing back here? I would... It's said that this monster... Some said that it was like a... Then, about 10... You youngsters...
Centuries?
Wait. Back...
Indulge my curiosity for a moment.
Well,
You heard that nonsense from the air... Madame Faruzan, it is a pleasure. I'd heard of you at the Academia, and this must be the...
Have you found any special
I'm ashamed...
Really?
I'm afraid those are mere rumors. The wise do not buy into rumors, so it is.
It is also said that real knowledge shall come from practice. You can take credit for any new discoveries.
In truth. However, you two must be tired after a long journey. It's getting late, and my is a tenth of the villagers a case.
Since you need to rest as well.
Let's get it on!
This is quite far away. Now, I have my suspicions about this arc, but based on the condition of the armor and joint, yes. The timing coincides with the spreading. How do you suppose it was able to maintain a relatively good... That's right! Technically speaking, well, this was over 100 years ago. It also helped me deliver letters home. Honestly, people in ancient times, had I confronted Raid right, if the wreckage were to be... Anyway, they insisted that we... Are those sounds coming from the Not a single person. I'll see if they left any clues behind. All right.
Take...
Why isn't the tent here yet?
It's still on the way.
You hurry up and
Huh? Who's there?
I'm sorry. It's nothing. Someone damaged our current. The relics in the ruins are... Well, speaking of which, where's...
I'm right here. Also, you forgot to address me as Madam.
Sorry, Madam Faruzan.
You were all making so much noise that I couldn't sleep, which is why I got the Traveler to find out what was going on.
I'm very sorry for disturbing your rest.
Good. Come on, Traveler. Yes, we should get better rest. Thanks for dealing with them. Now, I found something good on my end. According to them, the ruins have been raided before. I also observed that there's no doubt that they could have fallen into a trap. However, the last few pages of the excavation record... It's just wordplay. Just a bit more.
Help! Please help! Why are you running away?
What's that sound? The Ruin Wanderer? That's impossible! What? It ignored the Traveler?
Why is it chasing after us?
What could have caused it to react?
Darn it! Hey, come on, you lot! It's clear that we can't escape!
It stopped?
Hey, you guys!
But what if it's
You... Looks like this thing's parts can't handle the load of functioning anymore after years of
Disappointing, you say? Now is that...
Faruzan.
You wrote these January 5th, January 10th. You're supposed to be an archaeologist. When you believed that you had found After all, there would probably be many wealthy buyers interested in... That forced you to speed up your plan and you...
I don't know what you're talking about.
You lack the curiosity befitting a man of knowledge.
Ridiculous.
Mr. Raid!
Behind you. Why is it moving again? Run!
Huh?
Some said that it was like a giant, while others said that it was like a beast.
Technically speaking, centuries? Impossible. I heard nothing about it back then.
Why is it chasing after us?
So you've been looking for me this whole time? Long time no see, Tamimi.
Dear Farazan, I hope you're doing well. It has been over 20 years since you went missing. People from the academia keep telling us to give up and that you're most likely dead. But somehow, I feel like you're still alive. Yes, that you live still in some corner of this world. You've always been persistent, able to shine no matter what situation you face. I believe that this persistence serves you well in surviving and finding your way home. Unfortunately, only Tamimi is still the same as before. Your teacher and friends came up with an idea. You didn't like coming home back then. I don't know the answer to that. I regret not.
Welcome home. Look at you, Tamimi. You've changed so much after all these years. Thank you for waiting. I've safely received the letters. Tamimi, the mechanical life form I encountered back then, when I met with that accident, I didn't expect my teacher and others to remodel its self-repair function, and Tamimi, which you also it could deliver these last letters from the strain to support such a huge, even after the remodel, just like a living being, mechanical life forms have a limited lifespan. It most likely only... Tainari told you what happened to me, right? You don't have to apologize. Besides, however, finding out that... Can you head back to Pardis? As for me... You're back!
How was your journey through... So, Madame Faruzan...
Madame Farazan will be... That's more like it.
So this is a relic of an ancient civilization?
Unscrupulous, huh? Sounds like you already told them what happened. Is that so? Thank you. We will talk about everything else later. It's nothing. I've already given all the evidence we have against Raid to the Academia. They're going to be very busy. Too busy to bother us, I'd wager. I'll start repairing Karkata then. Kale, can you help me out? Of course! Thank you for keeping Tamimi a secret. If I tell them about Tamimi, will they still feel happy for Karkata? I don't want my past to affect people and it's fine. I once believed that I'd never... However, I'd be disappointing them if I let... Besides, you're lending a listen... Oh... Once Karkata's condition stable... But for now, just help me keep... Thank you. I suppose I should consider myself quite fortunate. The only time when I felt otherwise was when I had just returned to Sumeru. No one came to check.
Yeah, I'm... You're back!
How was your journey?
Oh no.
As a research, we should give her some... And in the future...
I'm back!
We've all been waiting...
That's more like it.
Huh? Madame Farazan.
Come now. Well, it looks like you up. Tamimi had been up as a senior. Besides, I'll be sure to revive.
All right, I'll do...
Me too.
Thank you. And when that day comes, welcome home.
What now? Master said there's... I feel for Madame, but if I get her in Yeah, that would be... But I'm sure he'll say... Huh? Oh, so if I also stay in... Okay then. We're back, Madame Farazan. The Traveler said that he could...
Oh! Why, I couldn't... Is that so? Now...
You might have heard of it.
Now, not...
Yes, of course.
In summary...
The research method is support... Also, there are fewer and fewer unexplored ruins.
They're far too complacent, I'm telling you. Things nowadays... Also, the people... Why, I think they could all stand...
Huh?
If only the... Speaking of which, are you feeling better?
I just remembered that I have a lot of studying to do.
Are you telling me to start a reading course for Kale?
Huh?
Wait. Although Tainari has academic dealings with the academia, he isn't considered part of it.
No, he's right. There must surely be many people like Kale and Sumeru who are passionate about learning. The old academia paid no heed to them.
I'll need to go back and
Oh, save yourself the extra trouble. Oh, Traveler, Kale, do wait for us a little while outside the academia.
Wait! Let's catch up with her. I can't believe she rushed right in after we arrived. No, not really. It's just that she can get a bit too passionate sometimes. Maybe it's because she wants to take me in as a student. It's just like that researcher said. I don't really get it. Students who are interested in mechanisms, and Madame Farazan also refuses to accept random students but she seems to like my attitude toward learning. It's because I'm a slow learner that it's not that. She sometimes brings food to Gandhar. Now that you mention it.
Kale, Traveler, thank you for waiting. I argued with the higher-ups and can, if I'm not mistaken.
Amazing.
It's just that we need to fill in every single page of the application. Let's see now. What? That's a bit too generalized. As such, we'll need a...
That's true.
And you have your job as a forest ranger,
Master always tells me that practice is the best way to learn.
It must have been difficult to get books in Sumeru in recent years, no? Expanding literacy is a capital notion. So that's next on the list.
Fair. Me?
Light novels.
Wait for us, Madame Farazan. You wouldn't think someone as fast as her is over 100. Let's pick up the pace and catch up to her.
long and mildly ungrammatical title.
Is this your first time seeing a light novel, ma'am? Oh, they're the most popular of books nowadays.
Fine.
Of course. Why do you...
I heard that this book's author describes action in vivid detail.
Now I've only skimmed through...
subjects?
The protagonist just ends up fighting in every scene with no proper build-up.
How about...
A reincarnation isekai story?
Isekai? What in the world is that? Tropes? However, this book doesn't explain how reincarnation correlates to becoming stronger.
How about this?
Oh, that's the latest volume of Onibudo!
Now that's a rather normal title length.
Yes, but I don't like it that much. Madam?
Are you... Let me see. Third Eye of Perception.
I also thought those names were strange when I was reading them.
It's impossible to derive the meaning of these phrases in isolation. Or did the protagonist purposely create these strange names to disorient their foes? So there's no deeper purpose.
You're right.
Even the most popular book in Sumeru back then had greater depth than anything written today. Yes, a Bahumano researcher wrote it while researching folk legends. The plot had many twists. Even the sages back...
Is there a book like that in Sumeru?
It's called Tales of Shariar.
Tales of Shariar?
About 100 years ago.
100 years ago?
The legend of Antara is pop. If an old story like that is still being shared...
Even if that is the case,
What? Is that because of the academia's strict control over books in recent years? I can't believe they've allowed the people of Sumeru to become so uncivilized.
Tales of Shariar? I mean, it is a book from 100 years ago.
Tales of Shariar is considered an antique now? Traveler, Kale, I'm going to get to the bottom...
Madam, wait! Oh no. It's because I'm afraid of... Even so...
Found it! The 5th volume of
Wow!
I never thought this book would ever get sold.
All right, that's our teaching material.
Can I take a look?
As long as the writing is good, worry not. I shall thoroughly explain the difficult sections. After all this time. Sir, do you have the subsequent volumes of this series? Is that so? If I'm to use it as a teaching material... Is this series really that popular?
No. It's not popular at all.
No demand?
Seriously? No.
Where did you get this from? Can you...
I'm afraid not. Otherwise, the Matra would have come knocking.
That's impossible.
I do remember a passerby skimming through the book a few days ago.
He sighed? Why would he react like... I'm sorry. Traveler, Kale, please give me a moment. Why is there another misunderstanding between Ali and Aziz? Also, why is there no mention of the Desert Gem at all? And a new character is introduced with no foreshadowing at all? Is this really the Tales of Shariar I know?
Well, that passerby reacted in much the same way. It's Mada from the cafe over there. Since that's also a very old story, maybe...
Then let's go ask around at the cafe, huh?
Another day.
Excuse me?
Yes. Are you here to listen to my story?
Well... so...
It's fine.
Do you know about Tales of Shariar?
Huh? My master always talked about...
Your master?
Yes, the one who taught me how to be a story. He also said that he wrote 4 volumes.
And then?
Oh, it's hard to instead of writing a prop to tap into popular...
How could that be? Then what
In the end, he got so infuriated.
What? So there's no ending?
Anyway, the only tangible thing he also left behind many theses. my master, but even he won't recite.
So, Antara's story.
Well, not even.
Only time, Madame Far. It's been 100 years.
Yeah! No matter how good those stories.
Huh. That is true. What was popular 100? If Tales of Shariar hadn't, it might have stood some. Huh? How unseemly. No. Kale, you. Yeah, then we'll use that book as our teaching material. As for the academia, it's now then. Let's return. But speaking of which, such things as why do people use dark? If one of our learning.
Oh, I can tell you at that. But as they grew older,
Mara, huh? Why so suddenly?
I knew it.
Here comes the catch.
No escape!
Look alive!
So
Take it easy.
Born of ice and frost.
No escape! You can't run from it.
Busted. Take it easy. Things are about to get dicey.
For Rex Lapis! No touching!
Evil conquering! Tears! Worthless!
You can't run from it.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Quietly now.
We're Wakeborn of Ice.
Gotcha.
Disappear! Here! Impossible!
Busted.
You can't run from it.
Take it easy. Game's up. Fun's over.
Access denied. All hail!
Gotcha! You asked for it!
Can't run from death. You can't run from death.
Let's get it on! Hi! Busted! Useless! Here comes the catch!
Blaze over! Born of ice and frost!
Gloves off!
No escape can't run from death.
Buckle up! Quietly now.
Can't run.
Gotcha! Game's up! Fun's over! Busted!
Access denied! For Rex Lapis!
You're dead meat! Gotcha! Take it easy. Take it easy.
No touching!
Pay your dues.
Things are about to get dicey.
Blaze over! Did I miscalculate?
Let's get it on!
Useless! Born of ice and frost.
Here comes the catch.
For Rex Lapis. We're way beyond.
Take it easy. Quietly now. Gotcha.
I'm a little low on energy. All hail. Next.
Things are about to get dicey.
Look alive.
Can't run from death.
Got a job for me?
me, worm! Perish!
You ain't messing around!
Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Animal test.
You cannot defy me, mortal! My endless cycle begins! Perish! Insignificant past! Churn! At my command, you shall fall! Power!
Stand clear. Absorption test.
You cannot defy me, mortal! A thousand eons, mine to dominate! Burn to oblivion! Tremble! Kneel! Reality is pain! Burn to oblivion! Tremble! Good riddance, cruel world!
Absorption test.
Written in the stars. You asked for it.
I can't lose it all again.